Maria Ressa, welcome to GMF Talk.
No, thanks for having me.
There are several key elections coming up in 2024, including in India, Indonesia, and the US. As a journalist, what's your advised approach to covering election candidates who are loose with the truth?
I think we have to call a spade a spade. Many of us had a hard time to say the candidate lies or the president lies. But when they do, we should call it. We have to hit the arrow, you hit a bullseye. I think the other thing is this, right? Like the entire information ecosystem starts now on social media, where these tech companies have by design spread lies faster than facts. In fact, 6 times faster than facts, right? And if you lace it with anger and hate, it spreads even faster. That was as of 2018. Today, it may be even worse with generative AI coming into the system. So I think we have to be aware that it's like the environment has become extremely polluted. We should call it out. We should understand tech and its impact on the information ecosystem, as well as its impact on our biology.
So what to do about echo chambers then? News feeds that are packed full of content that just reinforces views we already hold?
It's a really tough question, and it's not something traditional media that we can answer, right? We maintain our standards and ethics. That's what we can do. We can continue to do good journalism. But the incentive structure that technology has created, technology, the new gatekeepers, actually rewards bad journalism and by design polarizes society.
So to end on something that's hopefully more positive, lighter, you've called the current moment a time of creative destruction and an opportunity to create a better world. What are some of your ideas for doing so?
It's existential, right? Before the end of the year, generative AI could be rolling out for search. And that means that it will be far more difficult for journalists to do our jobs. I think there's 3 things we can do. The first is to realize that bad journalism gets the best incentive, right? So that's the first. And we should be doing stories about the social harms, the impact of the tech choices, so that our public knows. So I think that's the first. The second is that what we do will create what will happen next, right? So are we going to call elections, report elections like a horse race? Or are we going to pull back out and provide more context? Who's using information operations? Who's benefiting from information operations? That's insidious manipulation. Does the candidate have so little respect for voters that they're going to be willing to manipulate us, right? That's the second. I think the third one is that we require a whole of society approach to protect the facts. And this is something we tried in the Philippines, a 4-layer pyramid we called Facts First PH. President Marcos still won. Marcos Jr., the son of our former dictator, had been in power for 21 years. But we protected the facts, an influencer marketing campaign for facts. That's what a journalist does. So I think we're going to have to step out of our comfort zones to deal with this incredibly polluted environment that is truly pulling us apart, fitting us into these. I joke and I say that now it's almost like we're living in the Matrix doing our own Truman shows. It's bad for journalism. It is bad for democracy.